Hey, what's going on, guys? Shane here from Rancid Thorn Official Music Channel once again for you guys today. I'm filming a video that many people always request. What is your guitar collection now in 2019? I did one of these this year in February or January at some point, and I filmed that, and I haven't uploaded it to this channel yet because it was on my old phone. And because now I have an iPhone 7, and then now this camera quality is a lot better than the other one. So I'll get to my guitars, but before I do, don't think I'm fortunate because I have this many. I have 15 guitars. So, and two of them are my stepdad's. It was just a Rogue Sunburst acoustic and a beat up old trashy acoustic. So, I guess those are the ones I have at my stepdad's, and then I have another one over here. It's a Burrowwood one. You guys have probably seen it or my other videos. So yeah, let's get to the video. Alright, so let's get to it. So this guitar this guitar here is my newest guitar to my collection. This is a Dean ZX. It's a Dean Z. It's in a sunburst finish. It's got Dean humbuckers, switch, volume control, neck volume, bridge volume, and neck and bridge tone. This is what the back looks like. It's got they look like Grover tuners, but they're not Grover tuners. This is a 2017 Dean. So this guitar's been out for 2 years. I got it used on GuitarCenter.com. This guitar is not perfect. There are scratches. There are nicks and chips out of it. But other than that, the guitar literally looks brand new. It's got, I think, D'Addario strings on it. It's what it feels like. But the strings are brand new though. So, then I got a Perry strap on it because this guitar is decent weight. Whenever I put this thing on, it's in a nice way where I can actually play it comfortably and chug right. But yeah, I've always wanted an Explorer shaped guitar. It's because I've been wanting to find one that was cheap and one that wouldn't, be like $1,000. But now I finally have an Explorer shape. This is just a Epiphone or Gibson Explorer body, but they just put it on a Dean. But this is a really nice guitar though. I love this guitar. This is probably my favorite guitar now, aside from my Les Paul. But this thing plays a little better than the Leslie. If I had to choose a guitar over the Leslie and this, I would probably choose this just because of how smooth it plays and because it's not a pain in the ass to tune. But I haven't changed the strings on this thing yet. Whenever I change the strings on this thing, I'll know how much it is, how much of a pain in the ass it is to tune it. But other than that, this guitar is in pretty good condition overall. And yeah, so this guitar is my new baby, Dean Z. Alright, next guitar. This one's a newer one too. Had this guitar for a few weeks, like 2 weeks now. This guitar is a Rogue Rocksteer. It's not as heavy as the Dean. Yeah, this thing is in a wine red finish. It's a lot smaller than the Dean, and it's also not as heavy as the Dean. Hasn't been tuned in like a week or so because I haven't played it in a while. But yeah, this guitar still has new strings on it still. They have Ernie Ball Super Slinkies on it. And, the back is the same burst. It's just all stock. Rogue tuners, Rogue tremolo, Rogue pickups. I like this one because it has 2 single coils and a humbucker. My friend had a Fender's Bullet Strat, a Squier Bullet Strat that was like that. But this thing sounds so good for metal and blues. Like the neck pickup is good for blues. Middle pickup good for like shredding. Every pickup together sounds pretty good. So yeah, I mean this guitar's pretty nice. It's silver jack plate. You know, it has sharp, jagged frets on it, but it really doesn't bother me that much because I'm just a person who just shreds on my guitars. And you know, but I'm gonna have to start playing this one again because this is actually a pretty good guitar for what it is. Yeah, good guitar. It's the Rogue. Alright, now let's get into... I'm just gonna go in order from what order my guitars are in now. So, let's do it. So this guitar is a Ibanez Geo. Had this guitar since from this past April. It's all stock, everything's stock on it. It's in an ivory white color. There's the back of it. It's got a tremolo bar. This thing kind of had like a weird looking Floyd Rose kind of tremolo, because that's kind of what it reminded me of, because this was up. I have it screwed down tight to the body now, but this thing used to be up like really high, like it'd be like this, so you could like actually like go like a Floyd Rose with it, but then it wouldn't stay in tune whenever I would down tune it, so then I just went to the back, tightened down all the screws, and then just did that with it. Oh man, this guitar hangs pretty low. I probably should fix the strap, but yeah, it's got a Fender checkerboard strap on it since, you know, I put the Perry's one on my Dean. So then it's got the shark tooth inlays, back reverse headstock, black binding around the whole thing, bottom and sides and on the top there. It's got Jim Dunlop strap locks on it. It still has the stock Ibanez pickups. This thing has Ernie Ball Super Slinkies on it. This is a guitar I've been playing for like a few weeks. I was playing this guitar for like 2 weeks, like this past week before I got my Dean. Because this guitar just plays so well. It never used to be a real player in my collection. I never used to play it as much as I do now. Because, you know, it would just always be a pain. This is a 2018 guitar, I think. I think this is from 2018. Yeah. So, yeah, there's the Ibanez. Pretty good guitar. Alright. So now, next guitar. This is a 2018, if you guys can see right there, it says 2018, Epiphone 2018. Performance is our passion. This is a custom shop. It's the limited edition model. Yeah, it's an 1804, so it's from 2018. And, you know, it's a pretty good guitar. It had 2 Epiphone humbuckers, but then I ended up taking out the humbucker and putting in a select pickup. The select pickups are made by EMG, so they sound really good, especially, not in this guitar, it sounded better in my Rich, but I put the Epiphone pickup inside my BC Rich. So, I'll show you guys at the end of the video, near the end. So yeah, this guitar has black pick guards and a Pelham blue finish. You know, 1 volume, 1 tone, pickup selector. Very rough on this guitar, as you can see. This is kind of like a beater guitar. It was only 170 bucks, but there's a little chunk taken out because when I was taking off the rhythm and treble thing off of the guitar, I kind of fucked that up. And then in February, before I did that, I hit my guitar off my buddy's cymbal, and I kind of beat the crap out of the guitar. But then this, I have no idea what kind of guitar strap this is. All I know, I just call it my British guitar strap. That's what I call it, because it has the Britain symbol on it for British. And you know, the tuners on this thing aren't all that great. It stays in tune, but like the strings, I need to replace them because it just doesn't stay in tune as well as it did. But yeah, other than that, this thing sounds pretty good for clean stuff and metal. But yeah, I don't play it a lot as much as my Dean. I'm gonna be playing my Dean for a few months. So yeah, but I'll keep these guitars clean as I can. That's my Epiphone SG. Alright. This is a newie. I got it during the summer, during May last year. This is a Viper Eddie Van Halen guitar. Woo! I'm just kidding. This guitar I've had since May. I custom painted this myself. I'm a big Eddie Van Halen fan, so I really wanted to do something in his specs of his guitar. And it's all shiny, especially in the picture, like on my camera view and everything. It used to not have a lot of gloss on it, so I kind of just went back and did more clear on it and made it more, shiny. But it has a maple neck just like Eddie's. I kind of did the same thing like as his Kramer that he used. Back's the same thing. Pretty good back. I taped off the neck where I didn't want it to be painted so it would kind of look similar. I didn't get that V shape like on his Kramer because I really didn't want to take my time to do that. But yeah, other than that, it's a nice playing guitar. If it stays in tune, it sounds better with new strings on it because these strings have been on this thing for, God, I don't even know. But if you look real close, right here, this little line, that's a crack in the neck, and I don't know how that got there. It might have got there whenever I first started using it. I think it might have been like that whenever I was painting it the first time. But this guitar wasn't a really good playing guitar until I kind of fixed it up, put new strings on it. It used to have a tremolo bar, but this guitar no longer has a tremolo bar on it no more because I took that thing off and I really wanted this guitar to look like a Van Halen guitar, so I just kind of took everything off and made it look good. It looks good. I mean, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It actually kind of looks like his. The lines are accurate, It's a good guitar. That's my Viper. Okay, this guitar, you guys have probably seen a lot in my videos. This thing's heavier than, this thing's the same weight as that Dean. But this is my Epiphone Les Paul, 2016 Epiphone Les Paul Gothic. This thing has two Epiphone humbuckers. I tried taking in the neck pickup out to put a EMG humbucker in it. A select EMG humbucker. It's got one bridge control, one neck control. It had a tone knob down here, but it's stripped out and broke. So I gotta get a new one. Tone, plus, kill switch. This guitar is pretty nice. Strings still feel fine because I keep up with it. I clean the strings. Then it's got a Perry's kiss strap on it, custom kiss strap made by Perry's. I have Fender rubber strap locks on it, and the back of it, that's what it looks like. It's a glue-in. This is the only glue-in I have. This is the only glue-in neck I have, besides like my acoustic guitars, but this is the only electric with a glue-in. Satin black finish. Grover tuners. This guitar stays in pretty good tuning. And there's the top, Epiphone. This is a studio guitar.